today's video, we're going to be talking about email. I've had a few requests asking about how to start email and also how to grow email. And so grab a pen, grab a paper, and let's get started. If you are new or returning, welcome here. It's All Primary We Talk, Teacher Side Hustles. My name is Lorianne. Again, hello. So, email. What I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this video into half. So the first half is going to be talking about how to start email, and the second half is about how to grow your email list. So if you already have an email, you might want to skip ahead. I'll put time codes down below. So let me just interrupt that portion of the video to talk about vocabulary. When you are starting email, there are all these new words, and the reason why I'm interrupting here because I have this bad habit of interchanging two words that really aren't interchangeable when it comes to email. So I was using the wrong word. So let's just start right off with the words that you need. The whole point of starting a email is that, this has been shared by many other sellers, is that email is the only thing that is not inhibited by an algorithm. When you send out your email to your email list, every single person gets it, unless they gave you the wrong email address, which is, that's happened. That is the only thing. And it also is the only thing that you technically own, that list. And even your website is owned by, it's by a hosting company. You need a hosting company or you can't have your email, or you can't have your website. Everything is sort of owned by somebody. TPT. Your products are yours, but TPT, if TPT wasn't there, you wouldn't be selling them there, right? We are dependent on so many companies or platforms. Email is kind of the one that you still have, right? So even if you wanted to switch email service providers, which we'll talk about, your whole list can go with you. It's it's super easy. I guess the goal of having an email list is to create buyers for your products or clients for services that you're going to provide. Until they become buyers or clients, business people call it a lead. That email address that you have is a lead. So in order to get that lead, that person, their email, you need a lead magnet. Makes sense now. A lead magnet. So what is a lead magnet? A lead magnet is essentially a freebie. So you're offering the lead, potential lead, a resource, a checklist, a ebook, a quiz results. It doesn't have to be a resource. TPT sellers tend to give a free resource. So the lead magnet is really important to growing your list. Now, once they click on that lead magnet, that they want this resource, let's say, then it opens up onto a landing page. So a landing page essentially is like a web page that they click, and that is where the actual offer, this is where its home is. And in order for that person, that lead, to get it, they give you their name and email, and you in turn provide the resource. Okay, so we've got lead, the lead magnet, which is a freebie, and the landing page. Now, there are words such as opt-in and double opt-in right around this stage of the email. So when a person puts down their name and their email address, they're essentially opting in to what you're providing them. That information, that resource, whatever it is, okay? When you're setting all this up, you can do what's called a double opt-in, okay? And what a double opt-in means is when they sign in with their name and their email address, that they will receive an email confirming the opt-in, the sign up, and then when they say yes, then they get the product or the resource or whatever it is, the information. Why do a double? Doubles are usually recommended so that you don't get people just giving you fake emails, things like that, which can happen. All right. So you've got lead magnet, the landing page, opting in, or a double opt-in. But then all those emails, all those leads are held by a email service provider. So essentially you have four things: the lead magnet, the landing page, the email service provider. Your email service provider can be one of many. I think you're going to have to decide what you want out of your email service provider. When you are starting an email, you need to think about who is your audience. Who do you want to target for growing your email audience? When I started my email, I decided to do primary math. And so I created this little booklet called Teach Math Like a Boss, and that became my freebie. People would sign up for this little booklet. It actually wasn't even, it was only a few pages. I think it was only 4 or 5 pages. And then in exchange for their email, they would receive this little resource. So I could turn around now and maybe do an updated for my math audience and offer them a math resource. I could offer them some sample math centers. I could offer them some Google Slides. I could offer them some worksheets. That's what many TPT sellers tend to do. You can also do checklists, templates. You can create a mini ebook. So there's different things that you can use. But again, majority of TPT sellers use a resource of some sort. Now, the resource should be valuable. It shouldn't be just any freebie that's sitting on your TPT store. You should probably have something that's worth, anywhere from $2 to $5 and make that a freebie. Okay, quick interruption again. Something that TPT sellers do, which they actually can't, is they take a TPT product that is already listed for $4 or $5 on TPT, and they use that as their lead magnet. You can't do that. That actually goes against terms of use on Teachers Pay Teachers. Teachers Pay Teachers says that at any time, the lowest price has to be on a TPT product. For example, if I sell Boom cards and I have Boom cards on Boom for $3, I can't make them for $4 over on TPT. TPT always has to have the lowest price. So they can be $3, they can be matched or lower, but they cannot be more. So by taking a TPT product that's valued at $3, $4 and making it $0 for people, a freebie, you're going against terms of use. So don't take an existing product. Make some new ones. The second thing which I mentioned, which is the landing page, is where you kind of house this opt-in. You could put a link in, say, your Instagram or your Facebook account saying, interested in a free math resource, click here. So when they click there, they open up a page, and the page has a tiny blurb about the opt-in, and then fill in your email. The landing page is just as important, because if it's not attractive enough, they're not going to leave you their email. Or they're going to give you their email, and as soon as they have the resource, they're just going to unsubscribe. That doesn't happen a ton, but it does happen, so just be aware of that. And then the last thing is your email service provider. And as I've said, there are lots. I'm going to just highlight a few of them. When I started, it was recommended to me to start on Convertkit, they have a free account to 1,000, up to 1,000 subscribers. And I actually was on that one for about a year or so. And then I switched over to Flodesk. And Flodesk I was part of the beta group, so I only had to pay $25 and it would have been unlimited. But I eventually went back to Convertkit, and I'll explain that a little bit later on. But you need to know, first of all, that the prices they vary. Many have free accounts. Okay, so like I said, Convertkit has a free account. Flodesk has a free account. Mailchimp has a free account. So they all have free accounts, but those free accounts have limited features. When it comes to email, you need to decide for yourself what features do you want with your email, because then that will determine which one would be the best investment of money. Because again, they range quite significantly in price. They can go anywhere from, $25 a month to $100 a month. Some things that you want to think about with your email service provider is, does it have a landing page? See, some of them, Flodesk, not their free account, but Flodesk has landing pages with their paid. MailerLite has landing pages with their free. Convertkit has landing pages with their free. Okay, so you have to think, okay, if I want my email service provider to have a landing page or multiple landing pages, which some of them do, that could be a feature, right? That's a feature that you want to have with your email service provider, especially if you do not have a website. Okay? If you do have a website, you want to be finding an email service provider that has integrations that are easy to put into your website, so that you want to put little pop-ups or things like that right onto your website from your email service provider. So you can actually create little opt-ins and landing pages right into your website. But if you are brand new, you want to be thinking of landing pages, whether or not you want templates, whether or not you want you want to be able to schedule your emails, right? Or you're just going to write them and then they send them off. Do you want a company that has email sequencing? Email sequences are if someone signs up for your email, a sequence would be maybe 3 or 4 emails to introduce yourself, introduce what your emails are going to be about, things like that. And maybe even at the end of that, offering another freebie, right? So you could have anywhere from 2 to 4 emails that they will get every few days, just again to get to know you. And then it gives them a better picture of what to expect with your emails. Segmentation. Segmentation is when you have a bunch of subscribers or an audience, bunch of varying audiences, and you want to segment them into different groups. So for example, I have 3 segments. So I have 3 audiences. I have an audience for primary math, I have an audience for primary language arts, and I also have teacher side hustles. Okay, so I have 3 audiences. Some of the email service providers that are free will not allow you to have 3 audiences. They'll only allow you to have 1 audience. So that's another thing you want to look for. How many audiences can you have with the email service provider? I think those are the main things. There are a lot of other features, okay, that a email service provider offers, and you need to look at them. There are other companies besides the ones I just mentioned. The reason why I'm mentioning these ones is I put a poll out into the Facebook group and asked people. So the majority of them were either Flodesk or Convertkit. And I think there was one person with Mailchimp. But on another Facebook group that I'm in, it is really 3-way. It's Mailchimp, Convertkit, and Flodesk. So those seem to be the predominantly used email service providers for TPT sellers. But that doesn't mean there aren't other ones that are just as good. And if you are planning to grow it, what other features, when you have to start paying higher, because many of them do make you pay higher when you have larger audiences, what other features are you getting with those higher prices? Okay, so that's how you get started. You've got to get your email service provider, You're going to create a landing page, and with that landing page, you're going to create a resource. Once you have your email service provider and you've got a landing page, now what do? Okay, there's a couple different things that you can do at this point. But one of them is, how do you get eyes onto your landing page, or eyes onto a link that will take you to a landing page? There's different ways you can do this. One, show the freebie, what you are offering to give people, maybe in an Instagram post or a Facebook post, and then have the link to the landing page right in that post. Okay, so that's one way. The next one that is common is in a website. So if you are planning on creating a website or blog, you can actually put them right into the website. So you've just provided free, valuable information on your website, and you can put what's called a CTA, or a call to action, right at the bottom of that. Hey, or if you're looking for more information on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, please sign up here, and as a thank you, you will receive this sort of thing. So you can put a call to action with the link to your landing page right into your website. You can have little sidebars with interested in learning more about homeschool science. Click here, sort of thing. You can create these little, almost like mini ads right on your website if you have one. One of the things that I was told I couldn't do, but I've since found out you can do, is you can actually create a pin to your landing page. Pinterest doesn't love it, but I'm seeing more and more of them. And it depends on how you write it and frame that pin to make it go to a landing page. So that's a possibility too. But the one that has grown my email audiences the most are what's called email collaborations. Now, email collaborations can be free, they can be paid. I have done both, and I have had actually almost equal success on both. Basically happens is that you again set up a landing page, and then with this email collab, they will ask for a copy of your thumbnail, copy of your landing page, they'll ask you for little things, and then they will create this lovely spread of thumbnails of all the people in, say, your group, and they ask everyone in the group to send it out in their Instagram, send it out in their Facebook, send it out in their email, and it expands the reach of audience, of eyes who can see this. And then that person who sees that little mini ad, we'll call it, what they end up doing is they can go on that link, and then they can decide which of those they want. They may see something that's very attractive, and so they click on one of them and sign up for that one, and then maybe say, oh, I like that freebie too, so I'll sign up for that one too. So they can potentially sign up for like 20. Okay, video number 3. Sorry, keep losing footage. But with these email collabs, one of the things that I've really, first of all, enjoyed is it's pushing me as a creator to come up with things that are attractive enough that people want it. So the paid one that I've participated in, it's sponsored by not another VA, Melissa, and it is $25 a month, and it's just for the month, and then you have an option of doing it another month and another month. So the first time I did it, I had a freebie that I was going to put onto TPT, and I did not put it on TPT. So my first lead magnet was a monthly bingo sheet for the month of November. And so I was putting it up. This was part of the email collab for September. So people technically didn't need it for September. They wouldn't need it till November. My numbers were okay. I think I gained about 100 subscribers that month. And again, that was me. I made the choice of putting in something that they may not need right now. When I started looking at the pictures of what other people were using, I was like, yeah, these things What other people in the group were offering were things a teacher could use now. So I thought, okay, learn from this mistake. I mean, I still gained 100. So then the next month for October, I made something that was usable now, and suddenly the numbers jumped, and I gained a few hundred that way. I also joined this free version, and I can't tell you who started it. It was in a Facebook group. I just happened to catch it, and I asked if this is going to be something they're going to do, and they normally don't open it up to a lot of people, so I don't know whether it's going to happen again. But there are often email collabs being advertised. You just got to kind of keep your eyes out for them. In fact, one of the things I might do this summer is do an email collab in our Facebook group. It would have to be for probably 2 different groups, for a primary and then an intermediate. But we'll see. I don't want to say too much about that because I'm not sure whether I'll have time to do it or not. But if someone else wants to and they're in the Facebook group, contact me and we'll see what we can do. But the free one was quite large, and it was only for 3 days. So it was a lot of work for 3 days. As I mentioned, you got to give them all these things, links, whatever. And in 3 days, I gained over 500 subscribers. I was like, whoa. But it was a huge email list. Like if I looked at, they actually created a catalog, and you would flip through it and there would be all these freebies. And again, I used something that they would use. I created a lead magnet that people could use now, which happened to be the same one I used in October with the paid one. And so in 6 months' time, I gained over 1,000 subscribers for my email. Now, in the last 2 months, I've lost probably about not quite 200. And that is, again, a normal thing. If you write an email that they're not even interested in, they're going to unsubscribe. They're going to unsubscribe once they got the freebie. Actually, I didn't lose a lot right that first week. I've lost, 10, 15 every couple weeks or things like that. But it's worked out really well. And in a future video, I'm going to talk about some things that I did with my email and nurturing them, because the biggest thing is once you've got that email list, and even as it's continuing to grow, nurturing your email is going to be very important. You can't rush sales on them because they'll leave. If that's what they think you're all about, then they're not going to stay unless you're offering a ton of freebies or something like that. The TPT market has really changed, and some sellers are desperate for sales that they're putting so many of these valuable products on sale all the time because they want the sales. And it's making it tough for everyone else. Now you can discount bundles more than 50%. People are doing that. People are discounting them like 90%, which is insane. But it makes it really tough for the person who is trying to sell at a regular price to sell. Because how do you compete with someone who's selling a $90 product at $19? So email collabs, there's more of them out there now. It's a lot of offering of free things, and again, it's creating this culture of I just need to get the free thing. I haven't fully thought this out of how I feel about all these freebies, these hashtag sales, all these things, and offering of free things. It's making it difficult, and in many ways it means that your products are going to have to be unique and they're going to have to be high quality. I'll leave this video at that because I'm scared to lose any more footage. Thank you for bearing with me, and you keep saying, your hair is changing, your clothes are changing, and the video's all over the place. But this, it's a good reminder of our businesses. We are going to have bumps in the road. We're going to have these hurdles and obstacles, and the only way you're going to learn from them is to go through them. And this video has taken me a long time, and hopefully the next video will not. In fact, the next video will be what I did these past 6-7 months to grow my business. In the fall planning video, I'll show you a thumbnail right there. I shared what my plans were for 6 months, and I was successful in some ways, not in every way. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that I did that you can do with your store to gain more views and get more sales, especially if you've got some high quality products. Key, high quality products. Anyways, wherever you are in the world, I hope you and your family are staying safe, being healthy, and we'll catch you in that video or the playlist. Take care.